as we inch closer towards the new year, let's try and shed some perspective on the fundraising trends this particular year, because we understand that QIPs have raised as much as 13,850 crores in the month of December itself, and meanwhile the capital raised via the IPO stand at 8,300 crores. So let's try and find out all these stocks that have been in focus and what does it mean for the investors as well. We'll try to get a take from our experts as well, but before that, let's go across to my colleague Soumit, who is standing by with some interesting data collated over the years. Take it away, Soumit.
Well, a lot of QIPs, IPOs and block deals have been happening in the market, but do remember that the funds raised so far from all these three transactions is still not the highest ever. When it comes to IPO, around 11 companies have either announced or will be or have already raised funds via IPOs, and the total amount raised is close to 8,300 crore rupees. And when it comes to the calendar year 2023, nearly 57 companies have raised money via IPO of close to around 49,400 crore rupees. Of this 49,400, nearly 42% was fresh issue and 58% was an OFS, where existing promoters or investors have sold their stake. Now, this amount raised is still not the highest ever, because in 2021 we had seen IPOs worth around 1.19 lakh crore rupees. Now, when it comes to QIP, around 9 QIPs so far in December 2023 have happened, and the fundraise is close to around 13,900 crore rupees. And the amount of fundraise via QIP is not the highest. In fact, it is highest only since 2020, because in 2020 the amount raised via QIP stood at close to 80,800 crore rupees. However, the number of QIP issues that have happened so far in 2023 is close to 44, which is the highest that we have seen since 2018. Now, when it comes to the block deal data, so far in 2023, close to 13,250 block deals have happened, which is still again not the highest. The highest was seen back in 2010, around 16,582 crore rupees, and the funds that the sellers have raised so far in block deals is close to 3.7 lakh crore rupees. Again, this is not the highest amount that we have seen. The highest amount was back in 2017, where close to 3.83 lakh crore rupees was raised via block deal. But most likely in 2023 will cross this amount, given the fact that a close to 3.71 lakh crore has been already raised by sellers. There are block deals worth around 8,700 crore rupees, that is today on December 20th, and given the fact that there is still a week to go by, this amount of 3.83 lakh crore that we had seen, which was the highest ever back in 2017, can be easily crossed via block deals. So keep an eye out for all the actions that we are seeing both in primary and the secondary market.
So much for that, Soumit. That's an interesting data that you've collated for all of us. But let's hear out exactly what Dalmia had to say on the reasons behind the rise in the QIP inflows. What does it mean? Let's hear out the editor's take.
See, QIP is a different kettle of fish altogether. Sure. I mean, the QIP happens is because in QIP the money actually goes in the company, and this is not where retail participation is there. This is where institutional participation is there. So in terms of an instrument, it's a very different instrument. In terms of the promoter block deals, of course, it's much higher. Yeah. So I don't think QIP is a trend indicator of the real excitement or real madness. Companies are raising capital. Banks are raising capital. Yeah. Companies are raising capital. And typically when companies raise capital, you would always say that, look, the money goes in the company and then money would be utilized for growth capital.
Okay, so that's the take coming in from Nikunj Dalmia, that QIPs are not a trendsetter, but given the rise that we have seen in the QIPs, there's the PE that is looking to exit, and lately a lot of counters have been in focus. So let's try and find out that what's in the store for the retail participants and any stock that still stands out. With this, let me welcome on board two of our very special experts, Vivek Karwa from Riddhi Investments, joining us on the fundamental side, as well as Kunal Bothra on the technical side as always. Very good morning to both of you. And Vivek, firstly, what's your sense on the rise in the QIPs? How do you see this? And lately, a lot of counters have been in focus. We had the likes of Apollo Tyres, Fusion, Keynes. A lot of these counters have been in focus. So with the PE exiting through the QIP route, and there are fundraise plans by the company as well, any stock or any company that stands out where you believe that that there is further opportunity for growth from these levels?
Good morning, Shrishti and everyone. See, first of all, I would say that you cannot paint all QIP deals and PE exit deals or promoter buying or selling deals with same brush. It depends on company to company for what purposes the PE is selling or cashing out, or for what purpose QIP is coming out, and what would the company do of the cash which comes in. So as again Nikun said, QIP is not a big barometer for me, uh, because at some point of see what is happening is the market is so bullish right now, and during bullish market you find host of IPOs coming in and such deals also happening. Even in past, be it Nykas or Zomatos or many other companies, we have seen that there were huge investments by even FIIs which went wrong. So not necessary that if somebody is coming in, it's a wise decision. First thing. More than this, I would look at promoter what they are doing. If promoter is selling, then that would be a red flag for me always. And if promoters are buying, that could be a positive information on the company. So that would be bigger barometer than this QIPs. QIPs is today they are there. Who knows? Day after tomorrow they might again exit.
So that's an interesting take coming in from Vivek as well. Very good morning to you, Vivek. Good morning to you, Kunal. And Kunal, yes, I won't put you in the spot asking you about this, but I wanted to know where do you see markets headed? It's not only me. I'm sure all of our investors, all the viewers who are actually standing by, waiting by patiently, they want to know where is the market headed from here on. Do you see any scope of a correction, or do you see any scope of further consolidation in the markets, time-wise consolidation? And also, which are your top picks?
So, good morning, Cheryl, Srishti, as well as Vivek and everyone. So, my sense is that, we are in a very strong and a ferocious bull market. So, I think in this kind of a bull market, I would probably expect that we are just in that middle phase of, a strong uptrend, which I believe should last for many months on a trot. Now, on an immediate basis, I would probably expect 22,000, 22,200 as the targets for the Nifty before we actually start to expect a much more stronger bout of correction. So you might have those odd phases where the Nifty corrects by 100, 200 points, but I think that's best which one could probably expect from a near-term basis, because the indicators, the market makes the sector churn, still not indicating any kind of an overbought territory. Now, in terms of individual stocks, I would probably recommend a few names from current levels. I think HDFC AMC is something which has sprung up into a strong breakout candidate above the 3,200 to 50 mark, where it's trading right now. So short-term traders could look at a buy even further from current levels. Voltas is something which I've been recommending since yesterday. That stock, I think, from 890, 95 levels has now moved on to around 945, 950 mark. Still looks attractive from a medium to short to medium term kind of a time frame.
Okay, so that's the view on the markets as well as Kunal's stock recommendation, and definitely Voltas is doing pretty well in today's trading session.